Oh, all right, guys. We are back. We are back with another live stream, another post-match reaction. It's FA Cup weekend, and as you know, we'll start with something a bit crazy. Macclesfield beating Crystal Palace. I mean,
Yeah, it's crazy.
it's crazy. The holders of the FA Cup getting knocked out by a sixth-tier team is nuts. That's actually nuts.
Is that something like the biggest upset or something? People are saying that's one of the biggest upsets, if not the biggest.
I think so. Yeah, I think it
Yeah,
might be.
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
That's how
I'd
low
be.
they are. Like them locking out Crystal Palace, which isn't like what we consider a top six team,
Yeah,
is like
and
a giant killing. That's crazy. That's how low they are.
what's
But
crazy
yeah,
is that Palace didn't even score until the 90th minute. And they were 2-0 down. They were 2-0 down as well. It's not like it was they was 1-0 up and then lost 2-1. They were literally 2-0 down for
yeah.
vast majority of the game.
I watched the game. What's crazy about it as well, it was like they actually played really well, Macclesfield. Like they weren't lucky or anything. They actually literally worked their socks off. They were the better team by far, and yeah, Palace kind of got it in the end, a goal, and then they looked a bit shaky, but they just defended. They held on. Can't believe Wayne Rooney's brother, like John Rooney. He looks nothing like Wayne. That's crazy. Do you see that?
No, I didn't see that actually.
You know, the manager of Macclesfield Town is the brother of Wayne Rooney.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that? Yeah, yeah.
No.
Wayne Rooney was interviewing him, and he was like in tears and stuff.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What's his name? John Rooney.
John Rooney. Yeah, yeah. Google him. He looks nothing like Wayne Rooney. Lucky for him. He doesn't look nothing like Shrek.
Oh yeah, they don't. He looks way better. He looks like he should be an American. He looks like an American actor to me for some reason.
Yeah, he could pull it off. You know what I mean? Even when he talks, I mean, he's got the Scouse accent, but you can kind of understand him a little bit better than Rooney. It's crazy how his brother is the one that was famous and made us a professional. He doesn't look like a professional footballer. You know what I mean?
The brother played for Macclesfield as well.
Oh, did he play for Macclesfield? Okay,
Yeah, he played for Macclesfield.
Sense.
He played for New York Red Bulls. He played for Orlando, Barnsley, Chester, Wrexham, Barrow, Stockport County, Oldham. He played up until last year, bro.
That's mad.
Yeah, he played for Macclesfield from 2023 to 2025, then became the manager. Hey, AFC, big up, man, big up. I'll be honest with you, I'm not feeling great today. I went football this morning, and like I feel like I fell on my wrist and I fell on my fingers. So my left hand is throbbing and my wrist is killing me, bro. I swear to God, but the show must go on, mate. Yeah, bro. As soon as Havertz comes on, he starts doing forward passes for 29. And yeah, I'm not saying his name either. I'm not saying his name, man. Face orange TV shape, face orange TV shape, face orange TV shape.
What's that?
What's up? He just said he said face orange TV shape, face orange TV. I don't know. I don't know what that means. Unless my face looks like a TV, I don't know.
Getting a little tan lately. Don't know.
Yeah,
we got some interesting characters tuning in, but hey, diverse range of characters.
yeah. I was gonna say. So Arsenal game. Obviously, we're away at Fratton Park. One quick thing before we get into the game. Actually, when I played football today, there was actually a Portsmouth fan. He was actually wearing a Portsmouth t-shirt while we was playing football, and I said, and he done a little skill on me, yeah. And I said, "Oh, look, we got Matty Taylor over here," and he started laughing. But yeah, he was like, I was like, I hope, and then he missed a shot, yeah. And I was like, I hope that Portsmouth play like that tonight. And he was like, you guys are gonna win. And remember, I actually predicted 4-1 in my preview as well. So I'm glad
that's crazy. Bet you didn't predict a Martinelli hat trick though.
No, I didn't. I predicted the Gyökeres. I predicted the Gyökeres brace actually, and an Eze brace. To be honest, yeah. And Eze wasn't great today, but let's get into the game. First half, first couple of minutes, what were we playing at, man?
Oh, it's horrible. I think with that type of form, like who we kidding? We winning Premier League if we play like that. That was awful.
Yeah.
And it took us like an own goal, isn't it, as well, to get back in the game.
Mate, own goal is like our third top scorer at the moment, mate.
Yeah. I take that back. We don't need another striker. It's not even need Gyökeres. Sell Gyökeres. Just keep getting the own goals at this point. Yeah. The own goals is just crazy, man. I've never seen a team like get so many own goals. I think Arteta might be the greatest manager of all time for like set pieces. I'm telling you, the amount of corners we're getting is surreal. Like the corners, the set pieces is crazy.
Man
Man
United are
United,
the Cup and FA Cup for the
yeah.
first time since in
Oh,
182.
I actually want Man United to win the game so we can get Sarge back. You know what I mean? So we can come out.
Yeah, the Sarge isn't going to come back until Man United. Until we drop points or until Man United start getting points.
Right.
Like he's such a little coward, man. Sarge, when you come back on stream, yeah, don't be speaking stuff about Arsenal if we drop points, because your team is an absolute disgrace. Look at Man United. Look what it's done to you. You're a shell of a man. You're a shell of a man.
Just look on the bright side. Anyways, think about it this way. At least Ruben Amorim now has gone a week unbeaten.
Yeah. And Barcelona just beat Real Madrid, by the way, for the Super Cup. Just so you know.
Yeah, I saw it. Bloody hell, these Saudis put so much money into football. Like they're playing in Saudi Arabia.
Oh, mate, Flick's been in 8 finals and won all 8 finals. What a manager! I completely agree. AFC, man, bro. Like, you know, when I see stuff like this, it just makes me think, man. Frig's sakes! Like when I said last time on stream, I think somebody in the chat said, "Oh, Flick isn't like Arteta's better than Flick," and I thought, bro, are you joking? Are you joking? Flick is quality. Listen, defensively, this season he's been a bit all over the place, but look at what he can do offensively. And attack is the best form of the defense, as they say. So, mate, if Arteta does get sacked at the end of the season, it doesn't produce the goods. For me, it's got to be Luis Enrique or Flick. I don't want anyone else, to be honest. I don't want the Nagelsmanns of the world. I don't even want Ancelotti. I just want Flick, or I want flipping Enrique. But own goals come from the pressure of attacking team. No doubt, man. No doubt. I mean,
that's right, Roy. Nah,
yeah, Roy, I completely agree. Set pieces are obviously going to cause own goals, are going to cause chaos. And the way we press from the front is good. And do you know what's funny? Yeah, our pressing today wasn't that great, especially in the first half. And I'm saying this right now. The reason why the pressing wasn't great is because of Gyökeres. We didn't have Gyökeres in the team today. And I noticed that there was definitely a tempo drop. But on the flip side to that, I did notice that Eze was definitely pressing like Odegaard would a lot more, which he's never done before. So he's obviously thought, I've been on the bench for 4 games. If this manager wants me to play like a black Odegaard, then I'm going to play like a black Odegaard, whatever. What's been on before the cup final was played in Saudi Arabia, I'd say within the next 10 years. Bro, I'll say within the next 3 years. There'll definitely be cup finals. Yeah, I mean, they're going to be cup finals in America, Saudi. It's all about, football's all become about money now, man. Like, there's no doubt.
That's a good shout, actually. Yeah, shout out to Roy. I think the Premier League, when it comes to the Premier League, they'll act surprised, but then they'll be like, "Fuck it, we need the money."
Yeah, Champions League final will be in Dubai within the next couple of years. I think 10 years is even too long of a time frame, mate. I think it's going to be the next 3 to 5 years that we'll be seeing Champions Leagues in the Middle East. Enrique will replace Xabi Alonso in the summer. Do you think he'll go from Barcelona to Real Madrid? Do you think so?
I mean, he's played for both clubs. He's played for Real Madrid. He's played for Barcelona. You never know. So
I guess so, but
but managing both is gonna be crazy. Has anyone ever done that? Manage both clubs?
I don't know.
There's lots of players who play for both clubs, like Michael Laudrup,
Figo,
Luis Figo. Who else played for both? I'm trying to think. Javier Saviola, just random players.
Yeah,
that can make like some pompous thing. Yeah, I've always got some good takes, to be fair. Yeah, shout out to you.
Man United should get Van Persie. Do you think so?
Well, as manager, why not? Well,
as a manager, I think he's the Feyenoord manager, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess they could go to him. You know who did all right for Man United? Ruud van Nistelrooy, when he was like the caretaker.
I think I don't think Darren Fletcher's doing a bad job, to be honest. I mean, at least he's playing Mainu. Mainu couldn't get a sniff on the Amorim job, and now he's actually getting a start. So I think Man United and Man United, man, they'll be all right. They're not going to get relegated or anything like that. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's just they just need to. Do you know what they're going through? Man United are going through like their 2009 Arsenal banter stage where they're just a joke. They're just a joke. Like, they're not going to win trophies. They're going to be so far away from like title talk races. They're going to have times where they'll pick up an FA Cup or a League Cup, but they're just a joke of a team. They're not even going to be they're not even in Europe. They're not in any cup competitions now. They're literally their only goal now is to make top 4, and they probably won't even make that. And if Man United don't make top 4 this season, not that I care because I'm an Arsenal fan, but if I was a Man United fan, I'd be truly worried about where the state of the club is going, because how can you be out of every cup competition and you can't even scrape top form with the amount of quality and the amount of money you've spent at the summer? Cunha, Sesko, and Bremo, that front three should be able to get you top four by itself.
Yeah, and it's not, you know what I mean? They keep buying players, big name players at the time. I don't think all their players are just generally shit. Like a lot of clubs realize Man United's a bit of a graveyard. So like Antonio Conte is one of the managers that exploits it. He says, okay, I'm going to get anyone, because you can take like even Højlund. I don't rate him, but I think if you play him in a lesser league, like Italian league or whatever, he'll look half decent there. You know, Xerxes was looking okay until he came to United. And then like he's like nobody wants him. West Ham, Roma,
I definitely agree. It's a graveyard, not just for players, but it's a graveyard for managers as well. And the reason why managers go is because Man United pay so much flipping dough. They pay so much money, and if you get sacked, you're going to get paid out for the rest of. You're going to get a payout that would retire you for the rest of your life anyway. Every lets players play with freedom. They cooked Tottenham in the first half yesterday. Yeah, but to be fair though, AFC, I think Tottenham had some decent chances. I mean, Javi Simmons had the goal, the shot from long range. Pretty sure Colin Muani has scored as well, but I think it was like a tad offside. I think Colin Muani has been an underrated signing for Spurs. I think he's just been really unlucky. Even the commentator said it himself. He's like, I think if you were to sum up his spell at Spurs in one word, it would be unlucky, to be honest. But at the end of the day, let's laugh at Tottenham. They're out of the FA Cup, out of the Carabao Cup. I mean, they're in the Champions League still, isn't it? Because they won the Europa League, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're in the Champions League, but they ain't winning the Champions League. And they're not going to win the title. So let's be honest, Tottenham are probably going to go trophyless again this season.
Yeah.
I see Man United looking to get a $1 billion from the UK government towards their new ground. How is that even allowed? There's probably some sort of like legal. There's probably some legal like government grant where they'll probably either pay it back over like staggered payments, or they can get like some legal grant because obviously match day revenue, it brings in money, like money to the community. I don't really know, but I'm sure it's all completely legal anyway, to be honest. I'm sure there's some way where because Jim Radcliffe is a billionaire in it, so I'm sure that he's got something where he can pay the money from leverage something, or it's just rich people stuff, like just leveraging.
They've got enough money to play with this football club.
Exactly. So
they just look lazy.
Flipping out. First half of the game. What do you think, bro?
Terrible, man, terrible. Yeah. I think we were a bit like, because we didn't play well in the Liverpool game. I think you could see it, even though it's a different squad. You could see basically like the players weren't playing that well in the beginning, and in general, we tend to start off quite slow in games. I find like we grow into the game. So I think once we got that own goal from that set piece, then we got that confidence back. The momentum shifted to us, and let's be honest, Portsmouth were never really going to be a test for us. I think only in the beginning they got that early goal. I don't know how we conceded that, to be honest, but it was just once we got the own goal, I'm like, okay, here we go again. We're gonna get the goals. I didn't see the Martinelli hat trick coming though, but it was all his goals was like off corners, wasn't it?
One of them was like against the run of play. Jesus gets it from the right and crosses it across the box, and he gets a tap in. And the other two were headed from the corner. From it was literally a carbon copy. If you watch the first one, you don't need to watch the second one. It was literally Madueke, like near post, cuts it over his head, like literally the exact same goal twice.
You think they would learn, but that's why they're not in the Prem. They're Portsmouth. But it is what it is. I mean, but shout out to, like I said, Martinelli. He got a lot of stick, because of the incident with Conor Bradley. And rightly so, but he apologized for it, and you can only apologize and move forward. Really, I didn't really like Gary Neville doing the hysterics and saying, "I'm surprised Liverpool didn't whack him." Look, fuck off.
Hey, I'm surprised the Arsenal players didn't whack him up when he was hacking down Reyes. Flipping cheating prick, man.
Yeah, exactly. Double standards.
Exactly. Not a great performance. Scoreline discredits Portsmouth, however the job is done. Yeah, AFC. You know what's crazy, AFC? Yeah, I watched that game. I watched the game and I watched the highlights again, the extended highlights, and I think to myself, how are Portsmouth bottom of the championship and struggling to score goals? They look dangerous, man. And they were without their main players. So the Portsmouth fan I spoke to at football today said that a lot of their main players are injured. So they without their main players against a B-tier Arsenal team. But realistically, that BT Arsenal team can finish in the top 4. Let's be honest. So that team's good enough to get great point to do well in the Premier League. So the fact that you laid that much of a glove on that Arsenal team, I think is credit to how well Portsmouth played. I do want to mention a couple of good performances in my opinion. I think Ben White was really, really good today. I think super solid. Had a couple of moments where he just like megged the player and then like backhills it to Norgard. Want to give Norgard a bit of a shout. I was never a fan of the signing. Slotted in at centre back, done his job. Wanyeri, Bakai light skin, not black. One of my favourite.
Finally got the game, yeah.
One of my favourites. I swear to God, but Wanyeri played good, especially in the second half. When he picks up the ball, and just starts running, it's like it reminds me of like a fast Jack Wilshere, man. Just those players, he can just pick up the ball, left foot, low centre of gravity, and just like dribble and just like skip past players. Honestly, it's so refreshing to see someone that dribbles in our midfield because Odegaard doesn't really do it. Eze can do it, but he doesn't. Madueke, cooking the right back, but missing that penalty. That could have been Danny Dyer, man. Honestly, when we went 1-0 down to Portsmouth, my mind went back to last season when Liverpool lost away to Plymouth in the third round.
That's crazy.
We have quality throughout this squad. Yeah, I mean, for me, to be honest, when we went 1-0 down, I wasn't really that worried, to be honest. In fact, I thought it would be a bit. In fact, sometimes it's going to sound a bit crazy, but sometimes I like when Arsenal go 1-0 down early because it makes us play better sometimes.
Yeah, it makes us play because we do this thing where like we start games really slowly, and then when we concede, we don't really panic. That's the good thing about this team. It's got a strong mentality. It kind of gets it's like a kick up the backside, and we start playing. We start like doing it, and it's good as well. And it's good that it came kind of, I guess, early-ish. It became quite late, and we weren't scoring. It'd be awkward. So we have time to respond to it. But good performance from the boys. Good performance from obviously Martinelli getting a hat trick, answering criticism, which is what we like to see. I know we give Martinelli a bit of stick, and rightly so. I mean, let's not do too crazy. This is like an FA Cup game, or whatever. Like, so we can't really say, oh, he's scored a hat trick with bloody Portsmouth. That's it. But the criticism is valid. It's valid, but today he's had a good game, so we celebrate that. And I think the only person that scored besides him was bloody the own goal. So we can't really talk about any other goals from anyone else, which is crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Roy, I definitely agree. First half, Wanyeri didn't get on the ball much, had some neat touches, but second half, picking up the ball and doing some 1-2s with Madueke. There was a backheel done in the box, and Madueke should have finished it. I think for me, I was a bit annoyed that Wanyeri went off in the second half. I wanted him to get more minutes. I think Arteta should have taken off Eze instead of Wanyeri. I think Wanyeri was a lot more lively and his dribbling was a much more of a threat. And apparently he's been linked to going on loan to Bournemouth. Arteta said no, and I genuinely believe that Arteta doesn't want him to go out because of the injuries that are potentially happening in the squad. And we're still in all 4 competitions, and I definitely think Wanyeri will get time and we'll get opportunities. But yeah, I think in terms of bad performances in the team, I think Lewis Skelly, man, it's a shame, man. He looks really, really off the pace. He got a yellow card in the second half as well. Looked a bit frustrated. I even said the other day, even his haircut looks a bit tired, man. Like he just looks. He looks like he's half a second behind, man. I really feel for him because people were just like forgetting how good he was at left back last season. Obviously, left back isn't his position, but he was really, really good last season. I think I think he was probably the only letdown for me in terms of performances, other than Eze. I think Eze had one shot in the second half, but other than that, just again kind of playing the Odegaard really, just kind of pressing, keeping it ticking, keeping simple passes, safe passes, and getting about, doing the Chris and Tesco's, not really doing anything too risky, just looking busy really.
I feel for Wanyeri and Lewis Skelly, because when you're not in the team regularly, you kind of lack that much sharpness and you lose a bit of confidence. And they're young players, I think, as well, so you need to manage their game time, not give them too much minutes or too little. It's like need the balance. I think Wanyeri needs more game time. Lewis Skelly needs us more, but because of the competition, it's difficult for him now to find his way into the team, which is like last season, the way he was playing was unthinkable. He was like, you thought this guy was like the second coming of Ashley Cole or something. He was playing really well last season.
Roy says, shout out to the 37,000 who turned up to the Emirates on Stadium on Saturday to watch Arsenal women take on Man United on Saturday. It was freezing, yet the support was still came out for the women. Yeah, man. I mean, the women's game is becoming more and more popular. Shout out to the Arsenal ladies, winning the Champions League last season, and continuing to do great things in the competitions. And yeah, man, it's good that that they're getting that much capacity in the women's game. It's really, really good to see. Obviously, as we know, Ian Wright's a big advocate for the women's game, and the women's game is obviously becoming a lot more popular. And it's just good. It's just great to see. It's like one of my cousins, she actually plays for the I think she's in the Bournemouth Academy. So yeah, it's good to see. It's good to see. Yeah. So yeah, overall, kind of like a verdict of who would you like in the next round of the FA Cup?
Oh, actually, you have to jog my memory, mate. Sorry, because the EFL Cup is looking like fixtures is looking kind of cool.
Like, right, let me look at
FA Cup. I'm not quite sure who's left in it. That team? It'll be fun to not get Macclesfield, but I don't know how it works.
Yeah, I think Roy said he wants Macclesfield in the next round.
Yeah, that'd be funny. Imagine if they knock us out too, then they'd be like giant killers. That'd be crazy.
Oh mate, that would be. That would be really, really bad. That'd be really,
that would
really
be
bad.
painful, but if I would take my Arsenal hat off, then I would be like, it'd be a nice story, a little fairy tale for football. Them being the underdogs and all. Yeah. But no, they played really well against Crystal Palace. I don't even know how I ended up watching that game. My dad watches all the football games, everything from African Cup of Nations to like La Liga today. So I just had the TV on. I was just looking at it. I was like, wow, the guys really are playing. They beat the Palace, well beat them, and was no fluke at all, man. So yeah, I don't know. Macclesfield will be good. Who's left in it? We definitely won't be getting Man United, so we won't be able to take Nick out, Sarge. Sorry, Sarge. It'd be funny if we get Chelsea.
Probably get Chelsea, yeah.
Chelsea.
Left. I think
we got Chelsea again, isn't it? Midweek, like Wednesday.
So all the teams that are left. Oh no, it's not. Oh, this doesn't show all the teams that are left. It shows all the teams. Participating teams. I don't know how to find out who's left, but I'll take. Well, let me look at the thing. Let me look at the thing so I can see. Look, I'll just look at some of the teams that I know have definitely gone through. So, we can get West Brom.
The Baggies.
Yeah, we can get Mansfield. Norwich. Hull City. Brighton.
Oh yeah, Brighton just knocked out United, so yeah, I wouldn't want Brighton.
Yeah,
I mean, knocking out United is a big feat anymore. I mean, Macclesfield probably is more impressive than knocking out Crystal Palace these days.
Exactly. We can get Wolves.
Yeah, I'd like to get Wolves. That'd be fun.
We could get Sunderland.
I wouldn't want them. Jack White.
Leicester.
Right. Leicester's funny. Yeah, Leicester's still in the Championship, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy. This team won the Premier League title more recently than we have, and now they're in the Championship.
I know. Don't remind me, bro. Don't remind me.
Stoke? Stoke. Oh my God. Yeah, Stoke will be such a throwback. I actually know this guy. The one guy at work who actually likes football. He's from Stoke, and he loves Stoke. So it's like, yeah, you can't take a windy night at Stoke, can you?
Ipswich Town.
We need to get him on the show. Ipswich Town. I don't know. I think it would be nice to get. It'd be funny to get Stoke or like Macclesfield. I think Stoke is hilarious.
We could get Burton.
Sorry,
Burton.
Oh, fuck, man. These are teams that I forget even exist.
We could get Grimsby.
I think Tim Burton. Grimsby. Wasn't that like the guy Sacha Baron Cohen who was in Borat? Like he had a thing called Grimsby as well.
I think so. Crystal Palace will be a Championship team within 3 years. The blessed players have gone. Their moment in the sun is over. A cup defeat of Macclesfield is the beginning of their decline. I completely agree because at the end of the season, they're guaranteed to lose Mateta and Mark Gahey. They lost Eze and they lost what's his name, Elise. I think and eventually Adam Wharton will look around and be like, I mean, I'm playing for England. I need to be at a bigger club. I'd actually take him at Arsenal, to be honest. I think he'd supplement Declan Rice, and I think he'd be more. I like his physicality and I like his engine. I think he's a really, really good player and he's got a good passing range. Not much of a shooter, but I think other than that, and we could get Bristol City as well.
Yeah, Bristol. Yeah, I don't know. I think Macclesfield.
What did you think of Havertz coming on? What did you think of his performance?
Havertz is right.
Yeah, I think he was all right.
He looked better than Odegaard, to be fair. That's crazy. You know what? I might just put him where Odegaard plays, because Odegaard's not effective like at the moment. You need to take him out of the team. When a player's not playing, just take them out of the team. Let's see how they respond. Then let them earn it. Don't care if he's the captain.
Can you go on?
Yeah, I just feel like he's got his pets, his teacher's pets, like the ones he would just stick to, like Odegaard, no matter what. Odegaard's got an in him. That's the thing. Like, he was one of our best players. Him and Saka were our best players at some point. Saka's always been consistent, but Odegaard, he just needs to. I don't know. Maybe it's been coached out of them. These players, like even Eze, when Eze first came to us, and then he had a few good games, like against Spurs and other teams. We were thinking, wow, this guy's even Bayern. He played amazing against them. I'm like, they're not shooting as much, not taking risks. They're not taking players on. They're just trying to pass around teams, and they just get set pieces. And not even as an Arsenal fan, but as a fan of football, I want to see a team play well. I want to see a team that win the Premier League play well. If, let's say, Man City were playing the way we were playing, I wouldn't be happy about it. And they win let's say they won the Premier League the way we were playing, I wouldn't be happy, So that's the thing. But people forget, you can be an Arsenal fan, but you can also be a fan of football. I watch games that have nothing to do with Arsenal. I watch different international games, different leagues. But yeah, I don't want us to win playing this ugly. It's just weird. But I would, in the grand scheme of things, I'd rather see us win playing ugly than play pretty football and come second and win fuck all. So
definitely.
Of course, we all get it. We want our team to win at the end of the day.
The bottom line is always win. Always. No matter if it's ugly, whether it's pretty, just win.
But I think
that Havertz chance at the end was difficult. I think he had he just come back from fitness as well. I think I'm not sure if he should score. Maybe I think it was a half chance. I think it looked better than it was because he was in the box, but he had to control it, and he had his back to goal. I think it was a difficult chance, in my opinion. Yeah, I think it was the chance was hard. Yeah,
it's hard to look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Havertz. To be honest, I don't really dislike Havertz that much as a player. I think it's just like you said, he's kind of like a false line attacking midfielder. So he's not a prolific goal scorer, but he's got a goal in him or two basically. And I'd take him at this point, play him in midfield maybe, or just behind the striker.
He's awful in midfield, bro. He's awful in midfield. He's awful in midfield.
Really, yeah.
He's awful in midfield.
You might even play him as just instead of Gyökeres from time to time, rotate it, because I feel like. Because Arteta's had these false nines of Havertz and Gabby Jesus, not Gabby Jesus as a striker, but Gabby Jesus likes to be involved and drop and get the ball as well. So we've got these type of forwards. We might as well have a pop up with Havertz now and then. To be honest, he's not. I don't think he's that bad. To be honest, I would like. He's a bit awkward, like you're saying, in terms of where do you play him. But yeah, just the way Arteta plays and sets his team up, I can kind of see why he's kind of a little bit obsessed with Havertz, because a traditional striker like Gyökeres is kind of like an awkward marriage in his sort of system. I think Gyökeres and Eze, he didn't really want to sign them. It's kind of encouraged to sign them by Berta, and Berta's like, "What the fuck are you doing? You're gonna let this guy go to Tottenham?" And you got Havertz injured, and he's probably saying, "But Havertz, I like him. I want him back." We only got Eze because of Havertz getting injured, so that was a blessing in disguise. Otherwise, we would have thought we were covered in that area. But yeah, to be honest, I play Havertz over Odegaard right now. I don't know. I haven't seen enough from Odegaard. I've seen maybe one or two nice passes, but not enough of it. And yeah, I don't know. I think maybe after that 20-23 season, maybe Arteta and stuff got a bit traumatized a little bit by it. He's thinking, oh, we can't play this open. Maybe we need to play with the handbrake on a little bit more. Maybe he's thinking that. I don't know. But
no,
again,
I agree with you. I do think that's what he's thinking. But it just whenever you say that, it just makes my soul twist, man. I'm just like,
yeah,
because I play the 22-23 way, and this is the problem with Arteta. I've always had with him. He doesn't adjust to game states and situations. He just does the same thing over and over again. Like in the second half against Liverpool, we should have switched to the 22-23 style and blitzed them and taken them to the sword. That's what we should have done.
Yeah.
The pressure on the club, the manager, and the players to win something this year is dictating somewhat to how they are playing. The pressure must be immense on everyone, even us, the supporters. Yeah. I mean, Roy, on this channel, you can ask Kurdish, I've been talking stuff. I've been saying that we're going to win the league. I was going to say that I think we're going to win the double. I think we're going to win the Carabao Cup. I think we're going to win the Premier League. And here's the thing. If we win the Carabao Cup and we win the Premier League and we're in the semi-final of the Champions League, what stops us from winning it? 3 games. What stops us from winning 3 games of football? And on our day in a final against any team in the world, I fancy us against anyone. I don't fear if we was in a final against any team in the world, whether it's Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern, PSG, City. I fancy that we can win, especially in a final. We play so much better in the Champions League as well. So
yeah, it's weird because like I feel sometimes maybe the intensity of the Premier League counts against teams winning the Champions League. Like you don't see like Premier League teams winning the Champions League as much as you'd think for the so-called strongest league in the world. And I'm not debating that the Premier League is the strongest league in the world. It's so competitive, I think it tires people out. Like I think PSG, if you're going through the French league, you're fresh for the Champions League. You know, you can rotate. They could probably win the league with their B team. That's probably what they did. I don't even watch the French league. I wouldn't, even if I had a subscription to it. You know, it's just boring. But like,
before they played us in the Champions League semi-final last year, the day before they had a game like 2 days before, 3 days before. They literally didn't play a single first team player.
Yeah,
because they literally had their league wrapped up. So it didn't even matter if they won or lost. So they just literally played kids, bro. I think the only player that was in the first team that could have started was Barcola, and that's it. So
yeah.
And to be honest, I was thinking about it. I would take Bradley Barcola right now. You know.
Oh yeah.
Because even though his end product isn't great, that high intensity dribbling, that's exactly what I want to see, man. I want to see chaos. I want to see someone who can send the right back to the shops, man. I'm sick of seeing Martinelli stuttering every single time.
Yeah, I mean, even when he's
Eugene, shout out to you, bro. Arsenal play better controlled football than that. Man City style was so stressful to watch. It's not advisable to watch Man City if you have high blood pressure. Yeah, I mean, I think with Man City, their biggest problem is that the defense is a bit leaky, man. Their defense is open. I think in terms of football, I think Man City's attacking football is better than ours because, in my opinion, their attack is way better than ours. Like it's not even close.
Haaland, basically Haaland.
Baku, Haaland, Foden, Savinho, Bernardo Silva sometimes plays out wide, but he's rubbish out wide, in my opinion. But yeah, I think just the fluidity and the speed that they play in terms of going from front to back, from back to front. Sorry.
Don't forget they just signed Semenyo as well, which is
and they just got Semenyo. Oh, they just got Semenyo as well.
This is the team. This is what they're ruthless. How many years have we been building a team? Man City in one window, like they go get Semenyo, and they've already got Doku. They've already got what's his name? Like you said, Tijani Reinders, who's a great player. Cherky. So many players they sign. They do good business usually in the attacking. They've got really good attacking players, I think, but they're still in transition. I think they've got good players, but they're just not as good as the likes of the companies and these type of players in the past. Like those players, they're hard to find these days as well.
I completely agree. I cannot forget how we were one penalty kick away from stopping Man United from winning the treble in '99. The league title was my priority. If we just win the Carabao Cup from this position, is failure. Completely agree. If we win the Carabao, I've said it so many times on this channel, and I'll say it again. If we win the Carabao Cup or just the FA Cup, that for me, that's you still got to be sacked, because I've not waited 7 years to see an FA Cup again or a Carabao Cup. Get me the title, get me the Champions League, or get me a double. It's as simple as that, or a treble, or a quadruple, anything. But just the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup on their own, I'm sorry, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. And the amount of time we've been waiting as Arsenal fans, people telling me to be patient, bro. The last time I saw my captain's armpits was during COVID, bro. The last time I saw my captain's armpits, I had a ponytail.
I admit, I'm a bit more lenient than you. I think if he wins those, then like that's like the minimum. but like I wouldn't be like over the moon about it because with these trophies, people then shift it to like, so when you're going to win a major title, people were
That's
mocking
what I'm
Wenger.
saying. It's
People,
been
I was getting taking the piss out of a Crystal Palace fan. So when the last time Arsenal won a trophy that wasn't the FA Cup, and I'm like, you're a fucking Crystal Palace fan, but this is before they
they've
won
got,
the FA Cup.
they've got one major trophy, and we're getting bantered by a team that has one major trophy. So this,
Yeah, you know what I mean. Everyone thinks they can banter us. That's the annoying thing. But yeah, I think, yeah, I, it's weird because you know when people say, "Oh, win a trophy, win a trophy," I think that argument's kind of a bit overrated because let's say look at Tottenham, right? How they finished what 15th, 16th, 17th, I don't even remember, and they won the Europa League. Not only did they win a trophy, their manager delivered a trophy in 17 years, and he got them into the Champions League, which is a miracle with how they finished in the league. They still sacked his ass because they're like, you know what, long term, if you're finishing this low in the Premier League, you're going to get this club relegated potentially. We're not going to do that. And Levy's ruthless. So he's like, fuck it, you're out. You know, with us, like if Levy, if Postecoglou just finished second in the Premier League or third or fourth, even fifth, I think he'd still be there even in his job. I think
yeah, I think so.
only the league titles like the Premier League or a Champions League, your domestic league, and those are the real titles that matter. FA Cup, Carabao Cup, that's great, but like people underestimate finishing in the top four and second. That's almost a trophy in itself because you get that Champions League football and you're able to attract a different profile of player as well, and you can build on that because if you're second place or third, it makes it easier for you to maybe win or challenge the league for the league title next season. So people forget the bigger picture. And that's why obviously you've got all these top gooners like keep Arteta forever, build a statue of him or whatever. But the thing is, I appreciate the feel good factor he's brought back to the club. But like you said, like, you know, patience wears thin and the amount of money we've invested. You know, I'm tired of us just being the nearly men all the time. And our fans, we pay the highest fucking ticket prices in Europe. And we haven't won a fucking Champions League. We've got Romanian clubs that won the Champions League. We've got fucking or the European Cup. I don't know if they won it like when it was
European
called.
Cup,
Whatever.
yeah, European Cup,
Yeah. We've got fucking Aston Villa won the European Cup. We've got Nottingham Forest won the European Cup. We've got two Portuguese teams that have won the Champions League. Why can't Arsenal, a club from London, win the bloody Champions League? Is it
There you
that
go.
fucking? You know what I mean? But like. It's the amount of money we invest, the amount of money the fans pay. We should demand more. We should be more ambitious. And every fan base, Man United, Chelsea, Liverpool, they have it split with their managers. Some are pro managers. Some are like, oh, I'm not so sure about this guy. So there's no harm in us questioning Arteta's record. We're not saying sack the guy today. We're just saying, look,
No.
you know, we're playing some shit football. We're playing some Stoke FC football. We better win because
all I'm asking for, I want to see. All I'm asking for Arteta to do is play better football and be brave in moments where it requires bravery. That's all I'm asking for. I'm not saying he's not good enough. He needs to be sacked. All I'm saying is play Thomas Partey 22-23 progressive football every now and then. Like it's not that hard, bro. You've done it. You've done it before, so do it again. It's not every day. It's not every day handbrake, man. Sometimes full throttle. You know?
Yeah, exactly. And I get it. If it's a long season, they might want to be like, okay, go through the motions a little bit. Maybe our players aren't like 100% fit. Maybe they took a little knock in training. I don't know, because always these rumors of the training methods being really intense. I want to see some intensity in the actual game. Like, are you tiring these players out or what?
It was only last season that a section of our supporters wanted Arteta out, but now looking at Chelsea, Spurs, and United, keeping Arteta for 6 years to build this squad was the right way to go. Here's the thing, right?
I think that's a fair point.
You go first, and I'm going to play devil's advocate.
Yeah, I think it's a fair point. There is something to be said about backing the manager, giving the manager time, but then there's a balance. You've got to look at it and say, like, okay, so when does that time run out? Do you know what I mean? And Chelsea, with this chaos, you've seen under Abramovich before how many times they would sack managers, they would change managers like they change underwear. Like they would go through all these bloody managers and they would win trophies, they'd win stuff. It's not the same under this American ownership, but they still picked up the trophies. They picked up 2 trophies last year. So to bring up Chelsea, I don't really see the argument. I mean, they were like 4th, 5th. They weren't exactly having a disastrous season. Maybe you want them to build on, you know, and be 3rd or 4th or whatever. There seemed to be some friction or whatever behind the club because, you know, they weren't. Not too long ago, people saying, "Oh, Chelsea dark horses," and now all of a sudden it all unravelled and the manager got sacked. But that's because he questioned the board. It's obvious, you know, his record wasn't bad. You know, he's taken them to good places. Like me and Ty, to be fair, we're not saying we want him out. I think we're just saying we want to see him trophy. That second place finishes, that football he played in 22-23, has bought him time because we've seen like, okay, he's got potential. He's taken us very far. He's transformed a lot of things in the club. He's done a lot of good. He's done better than I expected. I didn't think he was going to be a success. I hold my hands up. I was wrong. He's taken us far than I expected, to be honest. But there comes a point where you've got to win some freaking silverware. Otherwise, what's the point of all this? Anyways, you go. My rant's over.
So I'm going to say this, yeah? I'm going to say a couple things. Because Eugene's done a comment as well, and it's kind of similar to Roy's comment. The board took a risk to appoint an inexperienced manager. That's why bottling was part of the process. Arteta is now capable of winning major trophies. This year feels different than the previous three. Okay, let me say this year. Let me preface by saying, because I know people are going to come after me if I don't preface this, yeah? Number one, I'm not Arteta out. Number two, I wouldn't sack him right now unless he wins nothing at the end of the season. Number three, I do think Arteta is capable of winning trophies. Number four, I think he's built a good squad that's capable of winning trophies. Let me just, now that I put my disclaimer out, let me say this. So, to play devil's advocate, I think it's I'm going to start with Eugene's comment first, and I'm going to go back to Roy. So, it's the problem with this comment, yeah, especially the last part, is this year feels different than our previous three. I said the exact same thing in 22-23. I was like, my God, we're 8 points clear. We're taking teams to the sword. This year feels different. And we ended up winning nothing. So, the board did take a risk in hiring an inexperienced manager. In my opinion, they shouldn't have, because a club of this size should not be taking gambles like that. But listen, it's somewhat, and I use that word very loosely, somewhat what worked out. Now, with Roy's comments, yeah, it was only last season a section of our supporters wanted Arteta out. Looking back, Chelsea, Spurs, blah, blah, blah. Spurs shouldn't even be in the conversation because Spurs are Spurs, come on. Yeah, Spurs. Spurs are rubbish. United and Chelsea. The problem with comparing us to United and Chelsea is it's not. I don't think you're doing it on purpose or you're being facetious, but it's kind of disingenuous in the sense that for me personally, Chelsea, the owner of Chelsea has even said publicly that he likes the Brighton model. So the Chelsea owner, whatever his name is, Clear Lake or Roy, whatever the hell his name is, he doesn't care that much about winning. He cares about profit. That's why he said he likes the Brighton model. So buying young players, recycling them, and selling them is always going to be his main focus. With United have been a mess since Alex Ferguson have left. A couple of Europa League and a couple of second place finishes have covered up the cracks. But let's be honest, United have been a mess under the Glazers for a long, long time. I saw, the post we put in the chat, and I think it said that from that United fan, he said, "What was your hot take?" And that United fan said, "If it wasn't for Alex Ferguson running Man United from top to bottom, Man United would be like running basically, just a terrible, terrible club."
Yeah, I think they're a club that's gone through a cycle. Even before Ferguson, they had Busby, and then post Busby, actually, they weren't a good club because of my age, right? Ferguson was manager of Man United before I was even born, so I didn't know the history and all that. But yeah, like he did build the club. He changed the narrative of the club. All these different clubs, they go through different cycles. Like, when is our cycle of winning going to come again? You know what I mean? We've seen Liverpool win the Champions League. We've seen Man United even in 2013 win the Premier League, right? And that was Ferguson, and we still haven't won a league or title since then, a major title since then. So when's our cycle? We've seen the Chelsea cycle of success more recently than we've seen the Arsenal cycle of success. Yes, we've gotten close. Yes, we've been consistent. But where's the trophy? Where's the major league Premier League title? Why isn't Man United fans paying as much as Arsenal fans? Why isn't Chelsea fans paying as Arsenal fans? They see titles, we don't. And they've seen it more recently. They saw 2 titles last year, actually. They might not have been as high in the Prem as we were. So I get it. We're a unique position of a club. We are like the New York Knicks of football, basically. We're from London. We're biggest club in the city in terms of fan base locally and everything in terms of heritage. But we're chokers. We don't win the fucking Premier League. We don't win Champions League.
You're choking harder than Bonnie Blue, bro.
We're chokers. It's become a meme that people mock us and lose to us. And that's why I have sympathy for Arteta in a way, because he's inherited that team, that club, that mentality from that as well. And he's built us to a defensively resolute side. But in the process, I think since the 22-23 thing, we've sacrificed a little bit the attacking side of the game. Somehow I think he feels that that kind of sabotaged them from winning the Premier League. Maybe, I don't know. I can't read his mind. I can only speculate. I just give my opinion. Doesn't make them facts. So that's just my take on it, really. But yeah, like if he wins the Premier League, I will humbly shut my mouth. I'll be like, yeah, I was wrong about you, Arteta. He's already surpassed my expectations. I thought Emery would have been a success with us. He wasn't a success with us, but he's not a bad manager either. He's a success with Aston Villa. He's got an Aston Villa in the Champions League once already. Looks like he's going to do it again. He's got them playing interesting football. He's got them he's got them to places where, to be honest, they shouldn't be. You think Man United should be there, Chelsea should be there. So he could have worked out for us, and that would have been like an experienced manager, basically, who had some pedigree as well.
Once we've increased our capacity to 80,000, just watch us fly. Yeah, I'm hearing that they're going to. Yeah, I heard that. I spoke about that before, and like how the match day revenue will allow us to just basically be giants, bro. Like the LA Rams. Obviously Kroenke owns the LA Rams, and I think they've got a 120,000 seater stadium. I think the SoFi Stadium seats 120,000. I think. So the big stadium model is definitely something that Stan wants to implement into Arsenal. And to be honest, if the Emirates went to like 80,000, and we win the Premier League this year, the next couple of years we increase to 80,000, bro, we could dominate. Yeah. What's stopping us from dominating? Nothing, because we'd have the revenue, so we could pay the highest wages. We could pay the 350s, the 300s, the 400k a week. We would have, obviously, winning the Premier League would make us even more global than we already are. I don't even know how we're this popular since we've been bad for so long, but that's just how magic. See this? Wait, where is it? Can't point. My depth perception. This badge, mate. This badge is special, mate. This badge is freaking special. That's why.
Yeah, and you can't buy class. You know what I mean? Like, look at you PSG, Man City, Chelsea. It takes a while to catch on. It's not romantic. Oh, well, we got owned by some guy from a country with a questionable human rights record and splashing money. Now we won shit. Oh wow, that's a miracle. No, it's not. You could see it coming from a mile away. So like us with Arsenal, we had the Invincibles. That's unique. We've had it was, I think, one of the earliest examples of a foreign manager coming to the English game and like changing football, like how it was played in this country, playing entertaining football, exciting football, and winning in style. So that's what we were like synonymous with, and I hope we get back to that soon. Emery is a what? Emery's a top manager, but he wasn't given the time. I absolutely agree. And the 4-1 defeat in the Europa League finals, Chelsea, seals his fate. Maybe, because sometimes what is when you get to a final and then when you get beaten, or I think it was similar when Poch got to the final with Spurs and they got beat by Liverpool and it just went downhill from there. Because if we'd won something, that would have been massive for us. Because I think we finished 5th in the league, so that would have gotten us a trophy and it would have got us like Champions League. And we get so close to the Champions League like that. You can't get any closer to Champions League. You're in 5th place and you're in the freaking Europa League final. You win that to get 4th.
You know what?
You're in the Champions League. That's so painful.
I remember watching the Chelsea Frankfurt game that would have decided that made us play Chelsea in the final. I was hoping Frankfurt would win a penalty so badly because I knew that we'd smash Frankfurt. I was, and then when Chelsea got through, I was fucking pissed off, man.
Yeah. Back then, we could have beat Chelsea to save our lives. I think we still struggle against them now, but the record's a little bit better. I remember we used to beat Chelsea all the time. Remember that time? I think we beat Chelsea one time when they had Antonio Conte. And then Antonio Conte came up with this tactical masterclass. He ended up winning the league with Arsenal. It's like, we lost to Arsenal? Something must be wrong. Let's change the script. And they ended up winning the league. That was crazy. It was funny.
Honestly.
But again, I think with Chelsea, I don't know what's going on with their situation, to be honest. Like, they were, in my opinion, a big success last season, winning 2 trophies and finishing top 4. They didn't even need to. You know what I mean? They definitely did, because I for a second I thought they already won the Europa League, but I realized it's Conference League. But yeah, top 4 was for me the best thing that they did last season was finish top 4, because you get the Champions League. Everything else is it's just like an icing on the cake. The real trophies that matter is the Premier League and the what do you call it? Like the champs. Yeah. I mean, FA Cup and stuff, they do have value for sure. It's all a title in the end of the day. But, I'd rather be in the Champions League than be out of it and win one of those 2 trophies. I mean, and even when you win them, people bitch and be like,
big up to you, Blade. Big up to you, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, shout out to Blade.
There we go.
What do you think about the upcoming Chelsea game we got?
Oh yeah, that's what I kind of wanted to talk about actually. The semi-final of the Carabao Cup, first leg is at the Bridge. That's why. Where's George anyway, man? I want to
think he's scared. He's ducking because
is he scared?
He's not scared of us Arsenal fans. We can get like kind of scary sometimes. You know, we argue ourselves, let alone with outsiders like Chelsea fans. But yeah, Drew will come through at some point. Now it was good to him to join the chat last time. He had some good takes. It is good though, like having Jordan last time because he does give us like a different perspective. Because because basically I think sometimes we take for granted the progress we've made. I think a little bit under Arteta. We do address it, but like it's two sides. Like it's great because we can wear an Arsenal kit and it's not a joke anymore. Like you can be like, okay, we're top of the European League standing, we're top of the league, we're in the conversation, we've got chances of winning major trophies. Until we get over the line, then we can say we're capable of winning them. You know what I mean? Because you can always get close and be runners up, but it takes a certain mentality to kind of get over the line and finish the job. So like, it's basically, basically you made some good points, I think, about teams also setting up like defensively against us as well. I think it does kind of force us to play a certain way, I think, and Arteta kind of realizes maybe teams trying to play that way and then hit us on the counter and it becomes a stalemate. So I think that's why a lot of these games are quite low scoring and he's a bit weary of that. But the great teams always find a way. So like we need those players that are going to unlock those type defenses. Like we need Odegaard playing the passes he used to play a couple of years ago to unlock the pass, to unlock that. We need the strikers being confident, getting the service they need, and that's not quite happening at the minute. Attacking build-up play seems to be a bit disjointed, and all the coaches seem to be quite defensive. Like we've got Gabriel Heinze as well, isn't it? Recently, part of our coaching staff, which is interesting. Because he had a connection with Arteta. I thought like he's a Man United player and did he play for Real Madrid?
He's Argentinian as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but the Chelsea game, I think we'll win because they got that caretaker, and I think we'll win that game. I don't know why, because it's a cup game. I think it might be different for us. We'll have a different lineup.
Yeah, big test for the squad is when we lose a game as we enter the crunch time this season. It's going to be interesting to see how we react to that moment, but I believe in this squad to respond. Do you know what? I believe that there's certain characters in this squad now that want to win so badly that they will respond. And unfortunately, the most annoying thing is most of those players that I'm thinking in my head are not attacking players.
They're all defensive. So Gabriel, Timber.
I think of Rice, I think of Saliba, I think of Timber. I think of those players, like the core of our squad that have been here for a while. I think of Saka as well, obviously an attacking player. Even Trossard. Actually, you know what? I think we've got enough players that have been around in the squad now that they'll respond in a big moment now. Is that a picture of Theo Walker and dark glasses? No. That's when I used. It's an avatar of me when my hair was longer. But I'm as you can see, I'm growing my hair back anyway. So that'll be me again. Hold on, 1 second. See if I've got the name. There you go.
It's like Wesley Snipes now with Blade.
There you go. Yeah, Wesley Snipes with Blade, mate.
Yeah. Oh, you know what's crazy? When you're making the joke, you're like, what are we? Are we like Defoe and Crouch? And I was like, said Emil Heskey and what do you call it? Thierry Henry. I know Emil Heskey and Michael Owen, because we're thinking of famous striking duos, and we forgot about Thierry Henry and Dennis Bergkamp. Yeah, the ultimate.
Why did we forget about them? Crying out loud.
You forget about them. You know what I mean? They're just go-tos. They're not even a conversation. They're in league of their own. That's why.
That's exactly. They're aliens, right? They're aliens.
What's that Bergkamp thing people say about Bergkamp? Like, why fly?
When he used to play football in the snow, he wouldn't leave footprints.
Yeah, that crap. Yeah, it's like some alien. Yeah, Bergkamp is sick. It still blows my mind. All these amazing, famous Dutch players and the top scorers like Memphis Depay.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Do you think football's easier now, like to score goals? Because you see everyone breaking records. You know, like Giroud breaking the France record, Pele. You know, Neymar breaking Pele's record for Brazil, Memphis Depay breaking the Holland record.
It's hard to say, bro. It's hard to say because the quality of attackers was so much better back then, but the quality of defenders was so much better back then. So
so it's easier to, I think, score goals now, and I think players are like more well looked after. They're fitter.
Yeah, definitely.
Players used to get hacked down back in the day. Like I think Pele just got completely hacked down in 1966, and they had to carry him off in a stretcher or something.
Yeah, like the what's it called? The sports science is a lot better now. So players, like you said, players are well looked after, well nourished. You got these, they wear those vests and stuff, and it checks all their vitals and it does all the data and stuff like that. So like the technology is crazy now. Like they can predict like when injuries are coming through and stuff like that now. Well, not at Arsenal for some fucking reason, but
we're immune to it. I think I've seen that thing. Is that the thing that looks like a sort of man bra that players wear?
Yeah. I think Brentford are playing all of his wages, mate. I don't think we're paying any of them. Same with Zinchenko, same with Fabio Vieira, and same with who else is on loan? Sambi Lokonga, I think. Yeah.
What is it with us buying some of the youngsters like that never get a sniff in? Chelsea used to do that a lot as well.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, well, it's hard to make it, I guess, but because we sold a couple of players, and we got rid of Emil Smith-Rowe, isn't it? We got rid of Emil Smith-Rowe. Is it Willock? We said Willock to
Newcastle.
Then Nketiah to Palace.
So not Lewis Skelly. Ainsley Maitland-Niles to Lyon.
Oh yeah, that's a weird one.
So we sold Bellerin back to Real Betis. We sold Bellerin to Real Betis. Trying to think who else we sold recently. That was a young player.
It's a lot of our young players lately, isn't it? Yeah. I hope Wanyeri establishes himself at Arsenal because I think he's got it in him. And he looks
I've said it a million times. He's Bakaya light skin, not blacker, mate. Black Wilshire. He's a special player. He's a special player, man. I think he's honestly today when he was dribbling, it's like I love players with that low center of gravity. They just run. His first instinct dribble. I love players like that, man. I freaking love players, and that's why I get so frustrated watching Odegaard because his first instinct is to spin around like a freaking Beyblade and pass it back to the defenders. It gets on my flipping big black titties, man. It gets on my nerves, man. My nerves.
No, you know what? You should do a compilation of the Odegaard thing where you said.
I'm gonna do a compilation. I'm gonna call it Dragoon the Beyblade, mate. Dragoon the Beyblade.
Yeah. Oh my god. But yeah, I don't know what happened to him. Basically, maybe that's what Arteta told him to do. So to just spin around like it's ballet. Forget about it. Forget about trying to.
Yeah. None of the players I mentioned just now. None of the players I mentioned just now, Roy, they don't get into the squad at all. Like Fabio Vieira, no chance. He would be like the sixth choice centre mid, in my opinion, behind even like Havertz and Wanyeri, Eze, Odegaard. I'd even play Lewis Skelly in midfield before I played that flipping fraud. Zinchenko would be like fourth choice left back. He can barely get a sniff at Nottingham Forest. Reece Nelson, he plays off the left. To be honest, controversial opinion, but in certain game states, I would actually play Reece. I'd actually think Reece Nelson could do a job. Now, do I rate Reece Nelson? Not particularly. I think he had his moment, and he got hampered by injuries. But I think in certain game states, like today, when Martinelli came off, I wouldn't have minded to see Reece Nelson come on. But I don't think he starts. I don't think he gets like. I don't think he's a regular in and out of the squad, or even like a. He's barely. I'd call him barely a fringe player, like a railbird. He's barely in and around us, really barely in and amongst it. Who else? Smith-Rowe. Oh man, I think Croydon De Bruyne, mate. Croydon De
Bruyne. I knew that was coming. Yeah, he's a local lad. You probably bumped into him in the high street or something.
I've seen two people I've met in Croydon that play Prem football. Zaha, I met him in top. I just saw him in top at River Island in Croydon, and he scored 2 goals on the weekend. I was like, oh, I like the goals you scored on the weekend. He just looked at me like, thanks. He was proper awkward about it.
Yeah, Zaha's like a funny dude.
Yeah, and I saw
that beef he had with what's it, Mateta. That looked funny.
Yeah, and I saw Smith-Rowe as well. I was with my cousin. I was like, "Is that Smith-Rowe?" He was like, "I think so." I didn't really get to actually speak to him or anything like that. I've met quite a few footballers actually. I've met Drogba. I've met John Terry. I've met Ian Wright.
I've met all the random ones. Like I met Lucas Perez.
Really?
His family. Yeah. I think his family was more happy more excited than I was that I recognised him. Because he came from like Deportivo to Arsenal, so it's a whole new profile. when you come to a club like Arsenal and you're from like Deportivo. No disrespect to Deportivo, I know they had their little phase in the early like 2000s. Say like they whacked AC Milan in the champs, and they
nearly won.
They won the Liga once. Yeah.
Yeah.
They used to have good players. They used to have Rivaldo.
Yeah.
Rivaldo used to be there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it's crazy how like a club can just decline. You know, it's crazy.
Like Leeds, actually. I'll tell you a funny story about Leeds. So my dad knew the lawyer, I think, that defended. Do you remember Lee Bowyer and Jonathan Woodgate?
Yeah.
When they got into that scrap with, they racially assaulted like an Asian bloke.
Yeah.
And like I think the lawyer that this guy called Steve Barker, like my dad knew him, and he was saying like he didn't want to defend him. He was advised the club just to take the fine and everything. So I went to trial, like they lost and everything, had to pay off the lawyer and stuff. And the club, like that was when they were going through that really financial trouble as well. So they're selling players like Robbie Fowler to Man City, they're selling Rio Ferdinand to Manchester United. So really effed the club up. So my dad always had felt sorry for Leeds because they basically got screwed with those two players. And I think Lee Bowyer and Woodgate, they were left. I don't know who Woodgate went to. I think maybe Newcastle or something. But yeah, those. And the craziest thing is like Lee Bowyer had like a record of doing that thing before. So it was like an open and shut case as well. It's like the biggest, like worst football trial things ever. But yeah, my dad was telling me about it. It was just wild. Yeah. Leeds, I think they whacked AC Milan as well. It was weird. Everyone was whacking them at one point. Remember, you know who's sick for Leeds? Like Mark Viduka.
Oh,
that
yeah.
Aussie guy.
Yeah.
Viduka, like, score goals. Like, he put like 4 past Liverpool at one point.
I got David Rocar's autograph after his first game for Arsenal many years ago now. Wow. That's crazy, man. Like, that's such a great memorabilia. Obviously, rest in peace, David Rocky Rocastle.
Rocky.
But wow, that's such a like that's one thing I wish I had more of when I was like, and I kept things like that. Is like memorabilia, and I had a wish I had more memorabilia. Like I've got more stuff like this actually. Oh, actually.
Well, one of these football cards.
Yeah, I got like mint condition in the Spur camp and stuff like that. I collect stuff like that. Like I got Thierry Henry ones. Yeah, I just got like Thierry Henry cards and stuff like that. So yeah, I wish I had like more football shirts and stuff and like player signatures and things like that.
Yeah. Oh, I want to ask you a question. How do you feel about like people wearing football shirts and having the player's name at the back of it? I don't know if it's a British thing where people are like, "Oh, if you're a certain age, that's cringe." I don't see how that's.
I don't care. Like, I don't, bro. Yeah. I don't care.
In America, that wouldn't be a thing. It's like imagine wearing a basketball jersey, you don't have the name at the back. It's just a fucking vest. Then
it just looks weird. You know like, imagine having a Golden State Warrior jersey and you don't have Curry at the back.
There's no Curry, or there's like a Bulls jersey. There's no Jordan. Yeah, it's weird. I don't understand it. British people are so reserved. You know what I mean?
So like, miserable, bro. It's like it's just
miserable.
Miserable. Yeah. Like come on, like who cares? As a man, if I saw another guy with like a Thierry Henry 14 thing, I'm not going to be like, "Oh, you're too old to wear that." It's just who cares?
Yeah. I mean, if you put your own name, who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares? I mean, you spent that money on that jersey, you might as well finish it. I don't wear names half the time because I'm cheap, but like when it comes to that shit, I don't want to spend a lot on a football jersey, but. Like I think I've just got one. I've got like Ronaldo when he was at Juventus, because my brother went to Barcelona.
I've got the Eze 10 actually, as you know.
Eze 10, yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, is that the only one you got? Like
yeah, it's the only one I got. Yeah, I used to have. I had Arshavin. I've had Arshavin. I've had Henry. I think I had Van Persie. And then I've had Eze, and then after, I think in between that time period after Van Persie, I kind of just fell out of love with football, man, until we won the FA Cup again. And then I thought about getting Alexis Sanchez, and then he went to flipping Man United.
Oh, that's crazy, yeah. Well, he did us a favour, didn't he? Because he went to them and he flopped. He bombed really hard. And I remember there was that swap deal. Remember we got
Mkhitaryan.
And Henrik Mkhitaryan wasn't that great, but he was better. He was a better deal for us than Sanchez was for United. He at least did some shit for us.
At the time, it seemed like a terrible deal, but it ended up working out better for us, I think.
Yeah, and he seemed to be like a bit of a leverage thing to bring Aubameyang. I don't think he was that.
I'll never forget the announcement video for Aubameyang and seeing Mkhitaryan going, "Hey Pierre, want to come out here?" And then he just goes, "Come on!" I remember that, man. I remember that. I was so gassed, bro. And it had the little like thing on his, had the little like design on his trim, and it was like they animated his trim. It was man. That I tell you what, it's been a while since I've been hyped for a player announcement and the player announcement video, man. Aubameyang was the last one where I was just like, "What?"
Yeah, I think even Declan Rice, I think, was the last maybe really good signing we got, I think. I mean, Gyökeres was good because it was like we're just desperate for a striker. Obviously, he hasn't come to thing, but with inflation in football so much, I hear you, like, because when Aubameyang came to Arsenal, he didn't cost, I mean, he cost, 50, 60 million, something like that? But he had a proven track record. He was at Borussia Dortmund. He was one of the best strikers in the world. He had like a sort of questionable, I think, maybe disciplinary record, allegedly. But, you know, nobody's perfect, to be fair. And he came to us. He definitely lived up to the hype. I think him and, Sanchez were like probably the two last big signings I was really excited about. I remember when we started, Ozil, I think, was good because it kind of set that chain of like we started getting good players again.
You know what, Roy, I got a question for you. If you could have one Emirates era player in their prime in the squad right now, who would you pick? My pick would actually be Alexis Sanchez. I think if you said to me right now, prime Alexis Sanchez, 26 years old on the left-hand side, I think I would have zero doubt that we win the league. And the reason why is because I know that Sanchez would ignore Arteta's instructions and just do what he wants. And he would just do. He does what Sanchez does, bro. Hat tricks, goals, long range. Yeah, Sanchez. It's got to be Sanchez. I thought about Van Persie because he would just be a lethal finisher. Like, I remember his last season with us, he got 39 goals in all competition. He's a fucking beast that season, man. And got us, basically single-handedly got us fourth place. But Sanchez all day long, man. Sanchez all day long. Imagine Alexis Sanchez on the left-hand side. Who would you go for, Kurdish?
Emirates era, that's tough. Because Sanchez was amazing. I probably would go for Aubameyang. I think
really
because of the goals, the sheer amount of goals. Yeah. And I think that's the one striker we had. I think that would score us goals for sure. And he's mobile. He would link up with the players well. He wasn't just a goal scorer. He was just a really good all-round modern striker. Really underrated, in my opinion, because he plays for Gabon or something. But like, amazing player. If he wasn't hit his peak earlier, like if he hit his level a lot earlier at younger age, I think he could have represented France. He was a really good player, Aubameyang, for sure.
Yeah.
Playing for France, and he's a good player. But I think he likes Gabon as well. He was even decent in the African Cup of Nations. At his age now, he's conditioned himself well. He's good.
Do you think we win the Carabao Cup?
Ooh, I don't know. You know, I'm gonna say no, just because I think if we get a Chelsea or a Man City, I fancy them beating us 1-on-1. Because with these cup competitions, like you can't.
Well, we've got Chelsea in the semi-final, you know.
Yeah, I think we might beat Chelsea, but I think Man City are the ones I don't want to go head to head with. I think in the league competition,
it could be an Arsenal Newcastle final.
Sorry,
it could be an Arsenal. It could end up being an Arsenal Newcastle final.
Yeah, it could be. Newcastle a bit of a dark horse. You don't know what kind of team is going to turn up. A bit like Villa, I
think I'd rather play City in the final than Newcastle, though. I don't want to play. I don't know what it is, but I don't like the idea of playing Newcastle in the final. Even though they're nowhere near as strong as Man City or they're probably stronger than Chelsea, but I just don't want to play Newcastle. But then at the same time, I think I'd rather play Newcastle than City because just Arteta having to face Pep in the final might get to his head a little bit.
Yeah. He might shake his head in the final, just be like, no, exactly. Even now we're equal. Now we're the same.
Last time we played Pep in the final it was in the League Cup as well. Got absolutely decimated. Aubameyang missed that penalty, and I nearly cried, bro. I remember my dad. I was watching it on the phone with my dad. I was on the phone to my dad while I was watching it, but his stream was like 15 seconds ahead of me, and he started laughing. He was like, ah! And I was like, oh, don't tell me.
When he became a Man City fan, allegedly.
Yeah, he is a Man City fan.
Yeah, my dad actually hates Arsenal now because of Arteta. He was a Luton fan initially, then became like an Arsenal fan or whatever, went to London, and then like he just never liked Arteta personality as a player, anything. I think it's the tendency he does when he will talk to the media, and as soon as the media stops talking, he runs out like what do you call it, Roadrunner and Looney Tunes. He's just like out there like Tasmanian Devil. He's gone. Yeah. But like I don't get it because like I think Arteta is better received in England than he is in his native Spain. because he's played most of his career in England, and he never got a look in for Spain. Also, like, he was interested in getting called up for England, but they wouldn't look into it because back in the day, like, English, like, they didn't really hire, like, they didn't, like, you know, it was quite strict, remember, because they used to just have English players play for England. You might have a guy of Afro-Caribbean origin playing for England. Now you've got, like, players of Nigerian origin playing for England, but back in the day, like, imagine having, like, a Spanish guy naturalized English player. The media would go, like, nuts back then. I couldn't see it. And I don't think he was eligible anyway.
No, he was. He was eligible.
Was he eligible?
He was eligible, yeah. Because he'd been in England for so long, he was eligible.
Yeah,
because he hadn't made one appearance for nationally. He was eligible to play for England.
Yeah, because Spain never called him up. That midfield was packed. That's one thing I
Silva,
would be back there.
Xavi, Iniesta, Santi Cazorla. It was never Fabregas. He was never getting in that team.
Even if, like, he never aged, like, he could probably get into the under 21s. I don't know. It's just difficult.
He needs to play for the under 30s, mate.
Under 30s, or the over 30s.
Over 30s, yeah.
Yeah. That's sad though. But like, I mean, he's not good for us, and then we take the mickey out of him. But yeah, he's just an interesting character. Did you watch that documentary, the Arsenal one, where they did the was it All or Nothing one?
I've not watched it actually. I've not watched it.
I haven't, you know. It's crazy. I've watched the Crystal Palace one,
like
the Leeds one.
I've not watched it. All I remember is, so you don't want to play in the Champions League. You don't want to play in the Champions League. He was going nuts in that. In the clips I saw, he was going nuts. When Aubameyang started driving around town, there's 2 million Ferrari. I felt his heart left Arsenal. He got too big-headed. Also disruptive in the squad. And Arteta had been vindicated about that. Do you know what? Yeah, I need to address this because I completely disagree with this. I think Aubameyang is one of the few players in recent history that loves the club. Like he still speaks to Arsenal fans. Like he was on Troops' stream the other day, saying talking to Troops and expressions and like Lee Gunner and all them lot. And he was just chatting, talking about Arteta, talking about the club, talking about how much he loves Arsenal, saying like, "Oh, bro, like, I'm sorry, I'm a bit of an Aubameyang lawyer. I will not accept any Aubameyang slander on this channel. I'm sorry, like Aubameyang loved this club. Trust me, I'm telling you right now. And here's the thing: Aubameyang was basically a superstar. Yeah, Arteta can't handle superstars' egos. He should have an ego. He was the best player in the team. He's one of the best. He's one of the best strikers of all time, in my opinion. Very, very underrated. Like he's such a goal machine. Here's a little statistic for you: fastest players in Arsenal's history to reach 50 goals, mate. Please respect Aubameyang.
Yeah,
I love Aubameyang, man. You think Emirates era Giroud wins us the league? Used to nick some serious goals.
Yeah.
To be honest, bro, if we're gonna pick an Emirates era striker, it's got to be Van Persie for me, or even Eduardo. I'd even take Eduardo. Eduardo would be unreal for low blocks. For the amount of low blocks we receive, if he gets like a little reverse pass in the box, Eduardo is finishing that all day long, bro. So for me, it's got to be Van Persie, got to be Eduardo, or Alexis Sanchez. I like the Aubameyang shout is fine as well. I mean, our attacking midfielders have been a bit lackluster. I'd even consider taking Nasri, you know, because he can play on the left and he can play in a 10. I'd even consider Nasri.
Nasri's a good player. Like I really used to like Nasri.
I love the Aubameyang, but one player is bigger than the squad. Now we are going for league titles. That never happened with him playing for us. Okay, again, but that's disingenuous because don't forget, Aubameyang won us the FA Cup by himself. And the fact of the matter is, if you saying that we're not going for the league with him, look how bad the squad was then compared to now. That's kind of a facetious argument in my opinion.
Yeah, well, we beat Chelsea with the underdogs as well.
Yeah, you can't say that we're not going for the league because Aubameyang isn't here anymore. But neither was Declan Rice. Saka wasn't this good. Timber, Raya, like the quality of players that Aubameyang had around him versus what's in the squad now. It's night and day, man. To say that Aubameyang is one of the reasons why we weren't going for league titles back then is crazy work, man. That's crazy.
Well, the only trophy we won with Arteta was with Aubameyang.
Yeah, but neither did Aubameyang. Aubameyang didn't let the team down. He won us. The reason why this manager has a trophy is because of Aubameyang's front flips and Batman masks. I'm sorry. I will not accept the Aubameyang slander, bro. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm being deluded. I probably am being deluded, but sorry.
I mean, I don't know what. To be fair, I don't know what happened between Arteta and Aubameyang, but I think it was kind of an interesting move from Arteta because, like, ideally you'd have wanted him to bring another striker in, but we just said, look, we're going to suffer. We're going to like let Aubameyang go. We're going to make an example out of him. And that's basically what they did. Because you would have thought Aubameyang was untouchable because of his FA Cup heroics or whatever. So I guess it was an interesting move from Arteta, and I think it's definitely the press. They definitely liked it. Not everyone agreed with it, but I think it's in the past now. But I obviously I don't know because like you hear the side of the story. I think that leaked out. It was like he was visiting his mum or something like that, and he was late to training.
Yeah, because his mum was in hospital.
Yeah, so I don't know, like if it was that, then I mean, it's not. It should, yeah. You go, your mate. I forgot his celebration. He did the pink. He used to do the Black Panther mask thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
You need to do that. That was one of the best like celebrations. Did he used to do the Spider-Man mask thing as well? Or was that someone else?
Batman mask, Spider-Man mask. The front flip though. The front flip, man. That was the best. That was the best.
What's the best like celebration you think ever? Like the best celebration?
Robbie Fowler snorting the white lines for cocaine because of his cocaine ban.
That's sick.
That's the best. He went to like the 6-yard box and started sniffing the white line, just like saying, "Oh, I didn't take cocaine." And then he actually got fined for that celebration as well. But for me, that's the best. That's the best celebration in my opinion.
That's what Adrian Mutu did. Should have done for like when he got banned like Chelsea. He's like,
you should have done the same.
He says, "What do you expect me to sign for a club owned by by Abramovich and not snort? Come on."
Yeah, exactly.
And then it's like, oh, who's good? You want to punch me, but like it's a Tottenham guy. Do you remember Jurgen Klinsmann? Like this is before our time, but like Jurgen Klinsmann.
I've heard his name.
The German footballer. Jurgen Klinsmann.
Yeah.
So he was a famous German player back in like the 80s, like 90s and stuff, and he had a reputation for diving. So when he scored his first goal for Tottenham, the English press were like, "Oh, he's a German. He dives. He's a kraut." And then he dived basically for a celebration. That was the celebration, which is fun.
I'm literally going to look it on YouTube now.
Yeah, it looks hilarious. That's one of the best celebrations. Random debate. Who's your favorite Colts Premier League like skillful player? Like guy who's just known for skills. Like I'm talking just a skillful guy, not a great football career overall, but skills, just pure skills.
Honorable mention, Robinho.
Yeah, Robinho had his time. It was short.
Third place, I'm gonna go. Trying to think, who were some absolute ballers, bro?
He's one of my favorites.
I'm gonna go Nani.
Oh, that was sick. Yeah, Nani was sick. Yeah.
Second place, I'm gonna go. See, Blade said I like Nani for skills, just as I said that as well. Second place, I'm gonna go Adel Tarabt.
Oh, fuck you, man! That was gonna be my one. Damn.
And my first place, I'm going. You know who my first one is? I bet you can't guess who my first one's gonna be.
So good they named him twice.
Not JJ Okocha, but he actually. Do you know what? Forget about Robinho. He's going number 2. Actually, Adel Tarab's going 3. He's going 2. Number 1, Ben Arthur.
Oh, sick! Yeah, Ben Arthur.
Was disgusting. Disgusting. Yeah. He was disgusting.
He's one of the best like cult heroes ever. Like the stuff he did at Newcastle. My God, man! And he was the shit.
Most tragic goal celebration was the player in Thailand who tried a backflip after scoring a last-minute win in a local derby game, broke his neck.
Damn.
That made my neck. That made me want to like sink into my body, bro.
I still think one of the funniest one was the Anthony pregnant celebration, and somebody tweeted like, "Oh, he's not celebrating because his wife's pregnant. His next goal's coming in 9 months. That's why he's celebrating." That's just I'll never get over that. That's one of the best. Man United have the best tweets now. They are they've usurped us as the banter club. Saj, if you hear this, you know it's true.
And when we win the Premier League this season, I'm going to be talking so much stuff.
They're going to be coming up with random statistics saying Ruben Amorim's like lost less games this week or some shit like that. Or he's unbeaten. He's invincible.
Yeah, literally.
But yeah,
Jimmy Bullard. That's a good one. The Jimmy Bullard telling off one. You remember that one?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Jimmy Bullard. He was like, That was a good. Even the manager thought it was funny. That was a good one, man. That was a good one. That was a good
Trying to
one.
think of funny celebrations. Like, there's so many funny
Henry and
ones.
Drogba knee slides, yeah. Henry and Drogba knee slides hit different, bro. They hit different.
The Chelsea used to do the good ones, like the African player ones, do the African dance.
There's the little dances and stuff, innit?
Yeah,
I'll take a good one. Xhaka scored. Xhaka has a good one when he played for Leverkusen. As soon as he scored, he pretended that his hamstring. He pulled his hamstring and then started like dancing. It was funny. And then Xabi Alonso was just like, "What are you doing? I thought you were injured."
No, Xhaka's best celebration came when he played for Switzerland because he did the Albania thing. That was hilarious. No, actually, it was better because Stefan Lichtsteiner, who was like an ex-Arsenal player, did it as well. Because and it's hilarious because he's like the most white Swiss guy you could ever imagine, and he was doing the Albania thing towards Serbia. It was just so funny. It's so scandalous, but that was just funny because they got beef like in this cafe I go. They always argue. It's just hilarious. It's like ex-Yugoslavia thing. That's a hilarious one. And I'm trying to think what's a good one. There was a weird one, like a fisherman one, where the players pretend they were like.
I think I saw that one. I think I remember that one actually. I do. Do you remember the Rooney one?
Oh, the boxer one. Yeah, that was kind of
funny. One. Yeah, that was funny. And do you know what? One of my favorite celebrations of all time. Why always me, Balotelli? That's funny, man. Why always me? That
is the best like T-shirt message.
Yeah,
because there wasn't really any good T-shirt message. Just there's that, and I think just the Kaka's always got like "I belong to Jesus" or something like that. And Jesus did that as well, isn't it?
Yeah, Jesus did that. Does he belong to himself or does he belong to God? Which one is it?
I don't know anymore.
Yeah. Another good celebration, Balotelli again, is when he scored that goal in the Euros and he just took off his T-shirt and just went like that. And then all the memes were making. Do you remember they done all the memes? Do you remember?
Oh yeah. We're just like that.
Yeah, it's just like that, and he just like stood there like stone face, like.
Yeah, the Cantona one was good as well when he pops the collar and he just
it's like I remember the commentary for this one. It's like Cantona, he's done it, and he just goes.
That one was sick. That was sick, man. Yeah, man. So that's some really sick celebrations. Batistuta had a good one. Like he did the machine gun thing. I think he did that against us because he battered us when he was at Fiorentina, which was annoying.
My favorite celebration by an away player at Arsenal was Drogba sliding along the ground, saluting the Arsenal crowd. It was, and that I remember that was a free kick as well, and that was a dirty free kick. Man, Drogba used to own us, bro. Drogba used to have Arsenal on the leash, bro. I swear to God.
You know, he used to own us, and I'm really embarrassed. This made me embarrassed to say I was an Arsenal fan. The celebration I hate the most was the Jay Lings one. Jesse Lingard, when he used to play like fucking Maradona against us, he used to do the sticky things.
Oh my days! Oh my days!
They used to give me nightmares.
Jesse Lingard, how did I forget about that knobhead, man? Absolute knobhead celebration. I used to hate that shit, man.
One of the
most outrageous one was Adebayor running the pitch to go to our fans. You know what? Yeah, let me see if I can find this. I want to show you guys some crazy lore, some crazy high school lore.
Man City one. But to be fair, as Arsenal fans, we were dissing his mom, so I was like, okay, fair play to him.
So there used to be a game on mini clip I used to play, yeah. And it was called Naughty Adebayor. And you had to like basically run, like you had to like hold the space bar. I'm trying to find it. Hold on. I'm trying to find this game. I don't know if I can find it. It was called Naughty Adebayor, and you used to run and you have to dodge the angry Arsenal fans. They used to throw bottles at you, but I can't find it. I can't find it anywhere. It probably just doesn't even exist anymore. It's annoying, but yeah, it's like this game called Naughty Adebayor, and you had to run, dodge the bottles from the angry Arsenal fans. And yeah, but anyway, that celebration was crazy, man. Like I remember that, and he stamped on Van Persie's face that game as well. I was pissed off about that, man. He put his size 12s, he put holes in Van Persie's face, man. He was a dickhead for that, man. He was a dickhead for that.
No, he's a crazy player. Yeah. Where do you rate him as an Arsenal player, Adebayor?
I do rate him. I think he was great. I mean, he had 30 goals in one season. Like a player reached 30 goals in a season, you have to rate in it. You know, that's crazy.
Would you say he's top 20 in terms of Emirates players?
Yeah, easily.
Yeah. He's probably just outside the 10 or something. Or
yeah, I think he's like maybe like
11 or something.
Maybe 11,
yeah.
12, 13. Yeah.
He's really good. He was a good player. I think I
He
didn't
was a good player. He
feel
was a good
too
player.
bad about him. I think when he went to Spurs, that was annoying.
He's been around the block more than Bonnie Blue, bro. He's been Real Madrid, he's been Crystal Palace, he's been Spurs.
He's even played in Paraguay. That's how messed up it is.
Bro, I swear he played. Let me get his thing up, man. Let me get his thing up because I know he's been to some crazy places, man. I know he played for Monaco as well. Played for.
Oh, I just thought of another like really skillful footballer you never mentioned. This guy was nuts, but he couldn't score a goal to save his life. You know what his name is?
Who?
Yannick Bolasie. Remember Bolasie?
Oh, Bolasie, bro. He's even got his own skill. He's got the Bolasie flick, man.
Exactly. Bolasie was sick. Bolasie was hard.
This guy spoke about Semenyo's 5-year signing. Yeah, we kind of spoke about it briefly, touched on it beginning, but yeah, I mean, like Kurdish said, like, you know, City are going.
Man City are ruthless. They just assemble it. Ruthless, they don't care.
Yeah, man. It's like they just that's why they're winners, bro. Because they just even in winning strength and positions, they just keep strengthening the squad. You know, they're in all 4 competition. They thought we need Semenyo. We need that Ghanaian strength, man. Simple.
Every time they drop points, Pep goes to the Sheikh. He's like, "You got to shake some money. Give us some money." And then that's what he does the Jerry Maguire speech. He's like, "Show me the money."
Yeah, and then the Sheikh says to Pep Guardiola, "You better start twerking and shake that booty, mate. If you want that money."
Shake your money, shake. Yeah,
shake that. If you want to shake money, you need to shake that booty. Shake your booty. Yeah. Shake your booty. Shake it. But yeah, we're gonna wrap the stream up in a minute, but it's getting late anyway. Yeah, Adebayor went to Istanbul. I can't pronounce that. Basakir, I think.
Basaksehir.
Yeah,
just for making it up. I know that's the one that the president owns. Ozil used to play for them as well.
He went to Kayserispor,
yeah.
And then he went to Olympia, Paraguay. Then he went to Selassie. It's Togolese. Went back to Togo.
Went back home. Yeah, I know Olympia because
Lost Arsenal striker Lee Chapman. I'm going to go Francis Jeffers, in my opinion. Granny Jeffers was awful.
I'm just going to say Marouane Chamakh just for the haircut.
Oh, mate, his greasy haircut, man.
My favourite worst Arsenal player was Nicholas Bentner, though. Like, I was at the Emirates.
That's Lord Bentner to you. That's Lord Bentner to you.
Yeah, this Indian guy was like, Lord Bentner. I come to see Lord Bentner. I loved it. I was like, this guy, yeah, he's amazing. I was at him. He was playing, I think, for Wolfsburg at the time. We were watching Emirates Cup, and I think it was Wolfsburg, Lyon, Arsenal, and Villarreal. Yeah, we actually won, like, I think 5-0 against Lyon. And that's back when I think even Lacazette was playing for Lyon still. We kept stalling that transfer, and then we finally sold him. We finally bought him. He was like 60 million or 50 million or something.
Wow, I'm looking at Francis Jeffers' career, man. It really went on. It really went downhill after Arsenal.
Was he at Everton with Rooney?
So Everton with Rooney, then he came to Arsenal, then he went back on loan to Everton, then he went to Charlton Athletic for 2 years, then he went on loan to Rangers for like a season, then he signed for Blackburn for 1 season, then he went to Ipswich Town on loan, then he signed for Sheffield Wednesday from 2007 to 2010. Then he played for the Newcastle Jets in Australia for a year. Then he went back to Scotland for Motherwell for a year. Then he went to Newcastle Jets, back to Australia. Then he went to a Maltese club for a year. And then he went to Accrington Stanley and then retired.
Oh, wait, he went to a Maltese club. Oh, cool. Shout out to Malta. That's where my mom's from. So, yeah, that's cool.
Shout out to Malta.
Malta. Yeah, big up Malta. Big up the Netherlands. You know. Yeah, that's hilarious. That's like that's such a throwback, man.
Okay, I'm gonna say this here. Who's your most loved? What player do you like most? This will be the last question before I wrap up. Who is your most loved Arsenal player in the current squad, and who do you like the least in this current Arsenal squad?
Right now, that's tough. That's such a tough question. Right now, Declan Rice, I'd probably like him the most. Maybe he's probably most consistent.
Fair.
I least like. Oh, that's harsh. Who do I not like? It's really hard. I would just say I'm gonna have to say Martinelli. The guy scored a hat trick today, and I'm saying Martinelli.
Hey, listen, here's what it is. Me, like, you already know who my most liked player is already.
Was it Odegaard? Oh,
no.
you know,
You know, it's not Odegaard.
The most liked player.
Yeah.
Is it? Who'd you like? What, Timber?
But Kai light skin, not blacker. Black Wilshere,
No.
Ethan Wanyeri. I fucking love Ethan. Bro, I love Ethan, man. I don't know what it is about that kid. I think it's last season, when he was 17 and he was just carrying us by himself. I was like, play that black child. Play him, Arteta. Play that light skin. Play that black child, man. I was shouting at my TV and when he come on. I remember when he came on against, we beat them 7-1 and he scored that banger. Or when he played against Leicester, and he got the assist for Mikel Merino. I just thought, man, this kid is so good.
Yeah,
he's so good.
I like it because he looks like he's like stocky, he's strong, he's like you said, he's got that low center of gravity. We've always had these wingers, man. I don't know what it was, to limited degrees of talent. Like I think sometimes it's annoying. Sometimes when they burst in the scene when they're young, you think these guys could go up to be like the best in the world, but then they turn out to be, I don't know. No disrespect, but Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain or something, where they like kind of hit and miss. But back in the day, remember Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain and Walcott, like they're really, really hyped up. They're really good. But yeah, they just didn't hit the heights, I don't know, people expected of them. But yeah, I think he could go far if we give him a bit more game time. Definitely. To be honest, my gut feeling's telling me that Arteta might not be the best manager to develop him. That's the thing.
Nah, I don't think so.
We've let so many youngsters go. A lot of them, to be fair, weren't good enough. If we're being honest, Arsenal's a top club, and when we say they're not good enough, doesn't mean they're bad players. It means they go to Fulham or Crystal Palace. But I don't know. I would like Ranieri to get trusted more because I think he's just got natural ability. Like he looks like got the physique. He's got the the low center of gravity thing. He's got the pace. The dribbling. He's got it all. Like hopefully, we should take more risks. I think with the results. We've been having. We need to shake up the lineup more. I think.
And my least favorite player, Odegaard, mate.
I knew it was going to be Odegaard, but the thing is, it was. For me, it was between Odegaard and Martinelli, and I feel Odegaard gave me probably at his peak was more influential than Martinelli, so that's why I went Martinelli.
Fair.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because we agree on most things, I would say, but I was just like. I don't want to say Martinelli because he's young and he's been good taking a lot of stick lately, but I was like, I don't know what else to talk to. We've got a good squad overall.
Hey, Martinelli's a grown man. He's 25, man. He's a big man, bro. He's 26. He's a big man, bro.
And he's a Premier League footballer. Even if you're a flop in the Premier League, like you're going to see more money than most people ever see in their lifetime. So,
bro, Martinelli's probably seen more money in 1 year than I'll probably see in my entire life, bro. So
that's true. It's a fact, man. I mean, he's
on 180 a week, bro. Like. Oh no, it's 24. He's 24 to be fair. It's 2001, not 2000, but even still. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap up the stream there, guys. Good stream, good chat. Gonna be doing a preview for the Chelsea game on Wednesday. That'll be out on Tuesday. I'm gonna do a live show probably. I'm gonna probably do a morning show tomorrow morning. Any last words, Kurdish, before I wrap it up?
No, good stream as always. And that was always fun being on the channel. And catch you until next time.
Like, subscribe, share. I'm out. Peace.
All right. Oh.